What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be replacing the window regulator and motor for my passenger window on the truck. I'm actually going to be doing all four since the truck is pretty old and I don't know that they've ever been replaced. The two rear windows go down really slowly and they go back up even slower, so I figured I might as well just do all four of them while I'm going to be here anyways. So I'll put the link in the description for the parts that I used. I used the Dorman OE replacement parts. I used Parts Geek to get them. They're roughly about $65 to $70 everywhere. At the parts store, probably a little bit more, but I guess you're paying for the convenience if they have it available. So like I said, I'll put the link down in there and show you guys kind of how I did this. So let's get started. You can hear the regulator go down, comes up and it gets stuck. We'll start by taking off this door panel here, and in previous video I showed you guys my clips are broken here, so just taking this off. You got to take this cover off here, and then there's a couple of bolts that may or may not be on the bottom. I've never taken off this door panel, so we'll find out. So we're going to be taking off the door panel. It's pretty simple to take off. It's been a while since I've taken this off. I actually haven't done it on this particular truck, but should be pretty simple still. I know this cover has to come off here. As you can see, the clips that are no longer doing clip things would unclip if yours are working. There is a bolt here. This cover comes off, and then there should be some hardware down here. Maybe there's not, just because the truck's old. So actually, I'm lying, I have taken this off before to do the speakers, but it's been a couple of years. So let's get after it right now. This should come off pretty simple. So those just clip in. There's two clips here. One of mine is already broken, but there's these two clips here, and this clips down into there. And then, like I said, this would come off. You have to unplug this, put that to the side, and then we'll take off that bolt. I think it's a 7mm. Not mistaken. It is a 7. That one comes out there, and this cover comes off. Then once that covers off, I think this comes off next, if I remember right. Let's see. That comes off. And then I probably have to disconnect this. Let me see if there's any hardware down here. So the hardware that's at the bottom should be another bolt here, it looks like, but mine doesn't have it, so I'm sure at some point it was taken off and then not put back on, probably by me if I did it and don't remember. And then this light comes off too. We'll get to that right now. So when you take off the door, since it's pretty much ready to come off now, I'm sorry, the door panel, it's just going to come up like that. And then we just kind of remove everything off. So you have to unclip this here, and this connector is for the heated seats. But I think what I'm gonna do is just leave this hanging maybe, so I don't have to unclip it. If I can do that. Let's see, I'll push this in. There's a tab here, and I'll show you after, but there's a tab that comes in here, and I'm gonna screwdriver to be a little easier. So this tab that holds on the seat warmer switch just gets pushed in like that, and then move it out of the way. then the door comes off. Alright, easy enough. Now the door panel is out of the way. Put this somewhere where I won't break it, step on it. So that's pretty much it for that. Now let's get all this off, or at least out of the way, and then we'll be able to access the hardware that holds on the window regulator assembly. So the next step of the process would be to take this plastic cover here, and I'm pretty sure I was in here already. Yep, I remember now. So I use electrical tape to hold it back together because the adhesive is, as you can see, gone. I'm sure there's better ways to hold this together. I am pretty lazy sometimes. Most of the time when it comes to my own vehicle, I'm actually incredibly lazy and will find lots of shortcuts on ways to do things. So don't take my advice on everything. It's just the way that I'm doing it and what worked for me at the time. So now I'm just gonna move this. So you can see the adhesive on mine, it's not really doing too much as far as the adhesive goes. So what I wanted to show you was the window regulator here. So this is a hardware for the left side, the right side, and then there should be another one in the middle, which is this one here, that one, this bolt here, and this bolt here. So this is a motor, obviously. Now what I'm gonna have to do is take all this off, but what I'm gonna do is pick up the glass. That way I can put the glass up and then I'll hold it in. I'll put some cardboard here to kind of hold the glass in. There's way better ways of doing it. That's just how I do it. I've seen people use suction cups, and they'll put the suction cups on the glass, and then they'll let the suction cup lay here, and that prevents the glass from falling. That way you can pick up the regulator and get it out. So I'm going to work on that now, and then we'll move forward. Alright, so the window regulator assembly is out. There's nothing in there anymore. As you can see, the window regulator is there. I actually did replace this window regulator probably about 3.5 years ago, at least. 3.5, 4 years ago, somewhere around that time. I did replace this, and I don't remember what brand it was. I don't think it has one on here. I usually like to buy OEM product, so part of me wants to say that this was a Delco, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see that. China, and there's a part number there. I know a lot of the AC Delco stuff has gone to being made in China now, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with these Dorman ones. I've had pretty good luck with Dorman products already, so I'm just going to continue to use these. But I still like to use AC Delco just because that's what the manufacturer uses. So let's get this new window regulator in and test it out and get started on all other 3 doors. Alright, so now the window regulator assembly is in. Let's test it out real quick. So there it is. Now I just have to put all this plastic back on, put the door panel back on, rinse and repeat on the other 3 doors. But I am gonna mess with this really quick and then do all the other ones. Alright, so it's the following week. I didn't have time to finish this up last weekend. I ran into a little problem and I had the wrong part number with these window regulators, but this is the rear ones right here that I changed out. And then I marked these ones, so passenger front, and then it's the same thing down there. So the driver's side window regulator for the front, part number 741644. Passenger side, part number 741645. This one is for the rear, 741578. And I actually forgot to mark these ones, but I think, you know what, I'm not even gonna guess which one it is, but I'll put it down in the description for you guys. 741579. That's the rear ones, like I said. So, quick test on this. I didn't record the rear ones because it's the same as the front, so let's go ahead and do a quick turn on. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since I've turned it on. So before the rear one, both rear ones were going down super slow, and the passenger one just stopped working completely. So the driver rear. So I did replace all of them, and they're working great. So I'm gonna take her out today now that the windows are working. It's been about 3 weeks since I've drove the truck. Now that it's done, I'm gonna go for a little drive, take her out. The weather's pretty nice right now. It's like in the 60s today. Throw these boxes out. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm trying my best to continue to do little things here and there. I actually just bought for Black Friday that light there. I want to do a video on that. It's an Amazon one that I purchased a couple years ago, and it held its own, but I did a Dorman OE replacement one, and I'll probably just put some LED bulbs. But let me know if you guys want to see that. I'm thinking about making a quick video, maybe just a little short for that one. Thanks for tuning in, guys.